Hey guys, I am here to do my monthly wrap up, which is very sad, but I also have something to show you guys. So I'll just tell you the two books that I did finish in whenever I was doing it. I think it's like April, end of March sort of thing. I read Julia Cameron's The Writing Diet. Thumbs up, most definitely. I loved it. It has little exercises after every segment. And what it basically is about is writing yourself thin. So it has the sort of style of a 12-step program in some ways. And I think it would be really good for people who are trying to lose weight, or trying to get fit, or just wanting to learn to talk about their food and their feelings and things like that, because a lot of the time when we overeat, we are trying to compensate for some feelings. So that is what that book is about. And Julia Cameron is very good at what she does, how she explains it. It's for anyone and everyone. It's not just specifically for adults. You could even get your teenagers to do it if they're a little overweight. And it's even for people who don't like writing, but I guess you learn to use the tools anyway through the process of following the writing diet. I must admit, like the past couple of days, I have been probably putting the thought process behind it out the window, but I know the principles, I know what's involved in the book, and I can easily just get back on. One of the biggest things which I love about this book is that they don't tell you to wallow in pain if you have, made a boo-boo and you've relapsed. What you do is you drink a lot of water, and then you get back on the bandwagon again, and then you keep going, and you keep going until you get to the desired weight that you want to be, or the desired fitness. So, definitely a book that I would recommend, even to writers as well. If you, it's got a good advice as well on just approaching, it's not about writing per se, it's about writing about your life, writing about your feelings, writing about the food that you eat, and the experiences and things like that. So it's really good. The next book that I have read is The Mother's Group by Fiona Higgins. I did a review on my other channel, a collaborative channel, and I gave this book 5 stars, so thumbs up. It was definitely worth the read. I'm trying to get my partner to read it because we have a thing going on at the moment where I'm reading one of his books, to get into something different, and he's supposed to be reading something of mine. So I gave him this book, but man hasn't touched it yet. So sorry, about to sneeze. But this book is about 6 mothers, and after the birth of their children, and they go to a group, and it's about all their lives. And I really like it because it's broken up into characters, and the characters go for quite a long time. It's not like a chapter here and a chapter there. Ginny goes for 50 odd pages, and you get a real good look at everything, and you get part of each of their other people's lives in the other chapters as well. So it's a really good book, and it's Australian fiction, so that was a plus. I really enjoyed this book. It's one of my favourites of this year already. Okay, so I thought that my webcam is being silly. If you see my partner, he's going past doing the washing. I thought that I would show you what I have been working on, because I haven't been reading, just haven't been in the mood to sit down at all. I need to do something. I need to keep active. I need to get my brain sort of in the present at the moment. So I've been doing some stuff and crafting. So I'll just go through the pages and show you a little bit of what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. So this is the first page, and this is one of my favourite pages because I love this colour combo. And that's me when I was a baby. And on the back, my teenage crush. this one is about Penny and her sister when they were babies. And I've just sort of done some writing on the bottom. It says, babies, I was so amazed when you two were born, so small and so beautiful and so quiet. Of Grandma. And then this one, which is me at the park. There, somewhere here, relaxing with my homemade lunch. And I had some pictures of me, like the first time I went to a crafting crop or scrapbooking class, which was about February last year. And this is the basic tools I had, and my stash has grown immensely since then. But this is just the basics, so I thought, you know, first scrapbooking basics. And I love, if you haven't realised, I love pink and green and blue, so. And then I also love taking food photography, so I took that, and I kind of used the, a program, I can't remember what it's called now, but to put a frame on the outside and just to sort of make the picture a bit more vibrant. And on the side there says boutique. Another one of my favorites because it's very simple. That's just me, and it says bliss. And on the back, I did a page about me and my partner, and it's called Today's Letter, My Love Letter. And there's a blog called Today's Letters, or Today's Letters. It's really, really beautiful. It's about these two this couple that write back and forth to each other every day, I think, and it's just really sweet. They talk about the marriage, they talk about the ups and downs, they talk about their experiences, they write to each other, they write to inanimate objects, like they'll say, dear house, you are looking fine, we have worked so hard on you, and things like that. It's just really, really beautiful and different. So I took the inspiration and did a today's letter, and that's my letter to my partner up there. Then I'm not really fond of this one, but I tried some techniques, and it's coffee breaking in Echuca, and this place here is down by the river, and we go there sometimes, but I really don't like it very much because it's very rushed, and when I go out I like to relax, so it's just too full. But I like the colours of the paper, and a lot of these papers, like pages that I'm doing, I'm using my scraps. A lot of people like watching this video will be like, if you're a scrapbooker or a crafter, you know what I'm talking about. Then I made this one about my mother, because I had one picture left over from last year's Mother's Day, so I decided to do a pager on my mum, page. And I really like this because I had this left over, this rose thing, and I really like the colour combination. And then I did a page on my sister, and did some, like a message to her, and this little thing down here says, hello, also I love you. Oh, and I added like some buttons, like just varied positions. I think there's like 3. Then, because I did a crop weekend and I did 16 challenges and I worked non-stop and I did like 30 pages a week. So that's why I haven't even been reading. I did this page about my school when I was younger. I did this page about my teenage years when we went to Dreamland in Australia. That's me there. I did a page on my attitude. A lot of these photos are really old, so that's why I look different. And then play ball, and that's me there, the one with like next to no hair, because my mother liked to cut my hair really short, like a man. It's just weird. This one, which is Think, just one thing, think, and it says, I love to think and create with my ideas. And stays like this that make me smile because I'm an idiot. I like to do goofy faces sometimes. And all my journaling's down the side. This is a bit of fabric, so that's that. We had to do a challenge where we had to do a rubbish photo, and I really hate this photo, but I managed to make it look pretty with these, like, all this is fabric, and that's paper over there, but it's called Inner Rut. And on the back is a picture of my aunt. I really love this song. A long time ago we used to be friends, or we used to be friends by Dandy Warhols, but I thought that the song would really match with this because this is me in high school, and these are my really old friends, which I'm not friends with anymore, but I wanted to do a page on it. And then I did sort of like an artsy one, which I really enjoyed doing because I kind of let myself go and not be too stressed about it being perfect. And this one's called 26 Things I Love. I did one, this one is called Life Live Simply, and it's just a picture of a flower I had, but I thought it would be really nice, and I've got clouds and a sentiment up here, and on the back I did a picture of my brother and me, and a little train is on Pop Dots there. This is my old dog Buddy, my mum still has him, so I did a page on him. Then I did another page, like an artistic page, where I kind of just used scraps and bits and pieces that I don't usually use. Here, muffins. I love muffins. And me when I was a kid again. I had an obsession with talking on the phone to no one. So I did that one. I'll try and go through these pretty fast. This one is when I was born. My dad's holding me. And then this one is I am inspired. Again, just a random one. This is when we went for a trip to Melbourne, and we went and we just read and drank at the garden. And on the back is my partner. Then I found some pictures of our house, so I did our house. And there's some like twine there. And this is another one of my favourite ones because it came together like really quickly, but I really like the design of it. And that says blooming, and I really like the flower. This thing here. This is using a lot of my scrap paper as well. Silly, because I like to make stupid faces. And I made the pinwheels. Like if you ever see pinwheels on designs or paper and stuff, I don't buy them, I make them because they're not that hard to make, and I don't really want to pay like $8 for something I can make myself. And again, me when I was 17, and they're raised. Me when I was a kid with my family. Just a random one. I'm not really fond of this one, but I do a monthly page where I put photos and journaling and stuff about my month or things I've collected, and this is March's, and it's the things that happened. One of my highlights, over here, me, my partner, my little man who's now gone, which I don't really want to talk about that much, but he's gone now. And the pregnancy test that I took, that was negative. My reborns, in the corner of my books, so that was that. And then that's my family a long time ago, but I still have the photos. Two more. This one, which I'm also not very fond of, but I like the colours in it. This is my Valentine's page that I made about my partner this year. Sorry, and lastly, I have one more, but I'll show that later on. It was one I did of porridge to sort of cope with him not being here anymore. And I think I don't know if you guys have seen this page before, but it's a really old Christmas photo, but it's got the you know, you better not watch out, you better not cry, you better not pound, I'm telling you why. Lyrics. Here is where our story begins. I put a flower, did some stuff, did some punching out flowers, and then there's me there, and that's my sister and brother. I'm very brown there. And then that's it. So basically that's all I've been doing. I've been crafting. And now I'm going to go and film my hopeful April to be read. April? Fucking hell, we're in March. May. And I shouldn't have swore, but this is unedited version of me. So, if you don't like it, I don't care. But that's it. So, I'm sorry this has gone so long, but I wanted to show you guys, so you guys weren't like, oh, well, she's just being a lazy turd, and she's not reading, and I'm sort of reading. I read like 25 pages the other day, and I'm like, no, I need to do some more scrapbooking, so, alright guys, I love you, and I love your support, and I cannot wait to make some more videos. Bye guys.